In a world driven by data, precision is not a luxury, it is a necessity.
OTMockV2 is a custom software created by ASP OTOMASYON. It bundles fundamental OT data protocols and generates realistic factory data. It connects to state-of-the-art industrial products like HighByte and KepserverEX. This allows users to experience a realistic factory data flow and control without connecting to a real production line. Hi, I'm Yunus, and today we will discover OTMockV2, our custom demo platform. This is the UI. The first thing you see is selecting a mode. You can select Linux or Windows, depending on your operating system. The web UI, as the name suggests, is in your browser. Now, downloading a JSON and putting it into HighByte Intelligence Hub will save a lot of time. Our system automatically generates a project for you, so you can test out in HighByte Intelligence Hub, which is one of the best softwares in the industry. Now we're going to HighByte's UI. HighByte is also an application running with a web UI, so it is easy to switch between them. Now I'm logging into HighByte here, and now I will import my project I just downloaded from OTMockV2. In the project page, I'm selecting full project, and with the browse, I'm just selecting a file from my computer. This is successful, so I know that the project is a success. I go to connections and go to KepserverEX. Here, I will enter my KepServer password because HighByte does not know by default. Now, I want to check out the pipelines if they're working or not. This pipeline looks quite healthy. Now, I will test the MQTT data with the HighByte UNS client. And I'm testing it. Well, that is a success too. I have my own factory data live in HighByte. We just imported our config file into HighByte and manually added a credential. Everything else was automatic, thanks to our custom software. Now let's look at KepserverEX. Our custom software has a ready-to-go KepRe project. I already imported that, so we can jump right into the live interface of KepserverEX. Here I can see in the KepserverEX UI, my simulation is working healthy. I just downloaded from my web UI and imported it into KepServer. Now I want to check if HighByte is still alive. My web UI says I can reach HighByte. I will do the same for KepserverEX. Because our OT bundle does not know if KepserverEX is alive, it checks it. Now we also have an API. With all the different technologies, you need an API to access them all at once. OTMockV2 API has a very standard API documentation. So how do I know Kafka or MQTT is really running? So now let's click on a button and open a terminal. Depending on Linux or Windows, it will open the native terminal. That proves that we are really running Kafka in a Docker container automatically. The same applies to MQTT. I can also use a pretty UI that displays the live data in simpler terms. I can connect to MySQL and check the health, auto-insert a database into MySQL, which is a button click. Then look at the custom OPC UA data in a pretty format, then MySQL Lite, or many other things. Also, we have a setup guide for connecting to Grafana for visualizations. Then with just a button click, it opens Grafana. It automatically checks if Grafana is there. Now, I just have one metric in my Grafana dashboard, but that is enough proof because as the name indicates, it's connected to MySQL that we just connected to. Now, we have a custom analytics here. So in our web UI, you have native metrics. They both show the mock data and they connect to HighByte itself. So when I connect to HighByte, I can monitor my HighByte application, all the data flow, all the packet sizes, and timeframes. So this allows me to see, as a visual, what my HighByte setup is doing. The best part is the LLM part. Now, thanks to HighByte's MCP server, it is now possible to talk to HighByte. But we also have a custom MCP server and a custom chat UI. which uses HighByte's REST API. And we integrated different LLM selections, and you can choose your favorite LLM provider, put up an API key, select a model, tell your HighByte credentials, and our chat UI will handle the rest. Our custom MCP system automatically connects HighByte to your favorite language model, and you can chat with your favorite language model, but with the live HighByte data from your factory. Now I'm chatting, and it is giving me real and correct data about my factory. It does more than that. Because we're using state-of-the-art LLMs and connected them to a state-of-the-art industrial software like HighByte, we can ask many questions. For example, I can ask it to differentiate certain sensor values, explain them, and spot anomalies. Now in a second, we will ask to spot an anomaly. Now the model is thinking, and we have our anomaly in orange. It automatically converted the problematic part to orange. Because in the background, our system is talking to your favorite LLM and talking to HighByte Intelligence Hub and creating a bridge that knows both web UI systems, language, and HTML. Thank you for watching. I'm Yunus, and see you in the next one.
In a world driven by data, precision is not a luxury, it is a necessity.